Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Adams Brothers Podcast. It's a pop-up podcast. Come on in the room. Let's chop it up. Welcome to the hottest podcast in South Florida right now, the Tri-County area, Dade, Broward, Palm Beach County. Welcome back to the Adams Brothers Podcast. Happy Hump Day to each and every last one of you out there in YouTube and Facebook land. Thank you all for watching out in Facebook land and YouTube land. Thank you all for joining us. We really appreciate all the love that we get from all our viewers. And for all of our haters out there, we love you too. Thank you to the ones that watch us live. And thank you to the ones that won't dare come on here and watch us live. And will always come on and watch our podcast after we stop live streaming. Thank you. You keep us well grounded. We appreciate it. And our heads will never ever get too big for what we're doing right here behind these microphones. What we do behind these microphones goes, I mean, it's unmatched what we do here. Nobody else is doing what we're doing here behind these microphones. And we do it because we love Deerfield Beach. We do it because we love Broward County. We love our community. We love our state. We love our country. That is why we do what we do here at the Adams Brothers Podcast. Thank you for joining us. Come on in the room. Let's chop it up. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you all for joining us, man. We really appreciate you all for chiming in. So, it's been a interesting week. We finally got some rain come our way, man. My grass was about to turn brown. And it was much needed. That rain we got on last night starting at around noon, and it rained all the way up until last night. But it was much needed. We really, really needed that rain that we got last night. My grass is loving it right now. So we're here. We're here for about maybe 45 minutes or so. Before I forget, Facebook is now taking down videos, not just our videos, everybody's videos. They're only leaving them up for maybe about 30 days, and then Facebook will take those videos down. So, so if you try to go back and watch some of our videos from the past and you don't see them, that is because Facebook has taken it upon themselves to remove those videos. I guess it's taking up too much space on their platform or whatever, but those videos are now being taken down as we adjust our camera here. Just kind of bear with me there for a second. All right, let's check the microphones here to make sure that we're right, I believe we're back right now.
Sorry about that. We just had a technical difficulty for a moment.
We had to go back and something happened here while we were moving the camera. But we're back. You can turn a little intro music up just slightly, not too loud, but we're back. We got the audio going back again here. We had something come unplugged here, but we're back. And thank you all for watching. It's a Wednesday here in beautiful sunny South Florida. And like I was saying, man, I know we're a little late tonight, but I had to go and pick up some relatives from the Tri-Rail station here in Deerfield Beach. And they had already made, they came from up north, far up north. And they had already made reservations to come here to visit family here and to attend the dedication, the renaming of the building after our dad on Saturday. So they were all coming in. So I went out to the Tri-Rail station to pick up my cousin. And she had already made reservations months ago at the La Quinta Inn on right next to the Home Depot and right behind the Wawa. And she's been staying there for years.
Yeah.
And they took her credit card information. She reserved the room. And when she got there today, well, her sister got there first. She reserved a room for her and her sister. And when she got there, the people told her that they couldn't have the room because they didn't have a business credit card. So if that was the case, why didn't they tell my cousin that way back in February or whenever they made the reservation? So she got there, and the first sister got there, and she had to use the bathroom. You know, she had been on a long flight, and she had to use the bathroom, and they wouldn't even let her use the bathroom. And they were saying that the bathrooms were out of order. Now, mind you, this is a cousin that's in her 80s.
Used to live here in Deerfield.
Used to live here in her 80s.
In the 70s, yeah.
So, and they wouldn't let her use the bathroom. So she ended up leaving. I don't know what happened. She left, and then she called her sister and said, you know, I was just there, and they told me I couldn't stay there. And they got they told me I had to use the bathroom so bad, and they told me I couldn't use the bathroom. So that was wrong. So the La Quinta Inn right there behind the Wawa on Southwest 12th Avenue in Hillsboro there, man, y'all were dead wrong. And they tried, you know, we went back there. And my cousin, we went and got a hotel. I took her to the Hampton Inn. Right just up the street. Everybody knows what a Hampton is. And they accommodated her. They were very, very nice. I think her name was Shirley, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But she was at the front desk, and she was very nice. And she got our cousins a room and accommodated them and gave them everything that they needed, helped her. She was very helpful. So thank you to the lady. I believe her name was Shirley or Barbara. I can't remember her name, but I'll get it. And she accommodated them. And once she checked in, we took the bags up. I took the bags up for my cousin, and she is in her 80s as well. So I took the bags up, and now my cousin, she's in her 80s, but she is still very feisty. Very, very feisty. So she said, I want to go back over to the La Quinta Inn on Southwest 12th Avenue in Hillsboro, right behind the Wawa. So we went, took her back over there. And trust me, she let them have a piece of her mind.
She's been staying there for years.
Been staying there for years.
She's also actually used to live here in Deerfield in the 70s. Yeah. Both lived there, grew up Floridians.
Originally from Sanford, Florida.
Yeah.
But they lived here
in Deerfield.
For years.
70s, yes.
So I took my cousin back over there, and she gave them the business at the front desk.
She should have.
And I stood back, and I just enjoyed every moment of it. But she handled herself very, very well. And she told them, she said, 80-something-year-old lady, you couldn't find an accommodation for her to use the bathroom. She said, I want my money back. And it was a young man there named Leroy. And I had to step in at the moment, but my cousin was handling herself very, very well. She didn't yell. She didn't scream. She didn't swear and curse at them. She didn't do any of that. I would have probably did some of that, but she didn't. So I asked the young man that was at the front desk, I said, let me ask you a question. And by this time, the young lady, the manager or whatever, she was in the office. She heard the conversation. She came out. And I said, young lady, while you're here, and you're here, young man, I said, let me ask you a question. I said, where do you two, where do you use the bathroom at? And the young man, he had this little smirk on his face, like he had like a little smile on his face. And I was like, where do you use the bathroom at? And he wouldn't answer it. He was like, well, the bathrooms are out of order and this and that. And I knew he was lying. So my cousin took back over and she gave him a piece of their mind, her mind, I should say. And she told him, she's like, I've been staying here for years and years and you just lost a customer. And the customer service was horrible there, you know. So La Quinta Inn right there on Southwest 12th Avenue in Hillsboro, right behind the Wawa. They claim that the bathrooms don't work and they called 2 or 3 plumbers and they couldn't come out and this and that. I don't know too many plumbers that's going to go out and make thousands of dollars to unclog some toilets. Wouldn't come out to a hotel. I just don't know of any plumber that wouldn't come out. So, I did recommend a name to them and gave them a name. I said, call this guy here. He'll come right out, blah, blah, blah. And, but at this time they had already said that, you know, we will refund your money. It'll go back to the card. And even if it didn't, she could dispute it with her credit card company. She would get the money back. But I said all of that to say this. I mean, you lost a customer and you had you had an 80+ year young woman that needed to use the bathroom and they couldn't find no accommodation at all to let her use the bathroom. And they had already made reservations. They could have at least said, well, ma'am, if you have to really go that bad, go to the Wawa. They didn't even make a recommendation. So
y'all want to boycott something, boycott them.
You want to boycott La Quinta Inn right there on Hillsboro and Southwest 12th Avenue. Don't ever go there. And I hope they're watching. And I had my shirt on right here and I said, you're going to get called out. I said, you're going to get called out because that was unacceptable. Okay, even if the bathrooms were, why didn't you put on your little golf cart and drive her over there? It was only like 100 yards and let her use the bathroom. That was unacceptable. La Quinta Inn on Southwest 12th Avenue in Hillsboro, right behind the Wawa. So Leroy, your customer service sucks. And Gina, the manager over there, your customer service sucks as well. And I wouldn't recommend anybody going to that hotel to spend your hard-earned dollars at that hotel, okay? I didn't like the way that they treated my family. The customer service was horrible. And I will be sending an email to their corporate, if they're in a corporation or whatever, a La Quinta chain or whatever, whoever owns La Quinta, I will be sending a nice email to them sometime tonight or tomorrow. So we did go down to the Hampton Inn and we got her in there, and it was a much nicer hotel. And I told a lady that the mayor, Todd Drosky, had been on our podcast, and she's like, oh, okay, he's a nice guy. His girlfriend works here, Avery. And she said, I'm going to tell Avery your family is staying here. So hello, Avery, over at the Hampton Inn in Deerfield Beach. Thank you and your staff over there for accommodating my family, our family, who came down from up north to be with us to show to support our dad for the renaming of the building on Saturday. So that's what we had. So that's what I had. That's why we're a little late here. I know we were supposed to be here at 7, but we had to go straighten that little hiccup out over at La Quinta. So don't go to La Quinta and spend none of your money. The customer service sucks. Okay, they suck, and you can tell them the Adams brothers said so. So if you like to come on here and apologize to my cousins who are in their 80s, you didn't get the proper apology. Even when I was standing there, they didn't apologize the way they were supposed to. They just gave us a bunch of excuses. So La Quinta Inn, your customer service sucks. Okay, and I would never ever pay to stay at your hotel. Now, if you want to call in. If you want to hit us up.
Yes,
or email us.
Yes, Jelly Roll Wawa is near Amtrak.
Yeah.
It's next to the Home Depot. Matter of fact, next to the Home Depot. I haven't stayed out there in probably 30-something years. We all used to go back there back in the days in the 80s, I would say. Early in the last of the 80s.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So that's why we're a little late here this evening for our pop-up podcast. We're here now, and we're going to chop it up. What y'all want to talk about? You want to talk about something? Hit us up, 754-227-1986, 754-227-1986. That is the Adams Brothers hotline. Number you can call in.
Also, a little city news. There's a District 1 meeting Thursday, April 10th. It's going to be hosted by Commissioner Michael Hudak. He invites all District 1 residents to a district meeting on Thursday, April 10th, 2025 at 7 p.m. in the commission chambers, and that's at City Hall in Deerfield Beach. Also, the spring Easter egg hunt, which is going to be this Saturday too, April 12th. And that's going to be at the Middle School Athletics Complex. Also, it's a lot going on Saturday, April 12th. The Butler Bash Historical Centennial Block Party will be going on. And it says here, the Deerfield Beach Historical Society is thrilled to announce the Butler Bash Historical Block Party, a community celebration marking 100 years of Deerfield Beach history. This family-friendly event will take place on Saturday, April 12th, 2025. And also, just another reminder that if you have any code violations, there's a fresh start for compliance 2025 code and amnesty program. And if you need more information, you can call over to code enforcement or call up to City Hall and get some information on getting amnesty for any prior code violations. I mean, that's a good program. I would hope that people would definitely take advantage of that, because I know in the past, I know people had very high fines on their property. And, of course, you really can't sell your property, or a lot of people might not want to buy it with liens like that on it unless they take care of the liens or they buy the liens and everything. So I would advise anyone to take advantage of that amnesty program that the city of Deerfield Beach is offering. And also remember, you have the freebie ride share. That is still in effect. It will take you it'll pick you up from anywhere in the city and take you over to the
District
1 area, the beach area, anywhere over there in the CRA district. It will take you, and people definitely need to take advantage of the freebie ride share. Also, too, it is on Daryl's birthday, it is another Dixie Highway Corridor Community Outreach and Rezoning Project, a preliminary findings meeting, and that's going to be the Dixie Highway Corridor Community Outreach and Rezoning Project preliminary findings, and that will be at the Tigner Center on April 21st. So you definitely want to check that out. And trying to see anything else here that is of concern. Well, you're having a Arbor Day tree giveaway. And that will be Saturday, April 26th at the Bernard Adams Municipal Complex, 401 Southwest 4th Street, Deerfield Beach. The giveaway will take place from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. So you can govern yourself accordingly to that. Those are some of the things that are going on in Deerfield Beach. And also the city of Deerfield Beach celebrates National Fair Housing Month, which is the month of April, which is actually April 22nd, 2025. So that is just more information. You have anything else you wanted to add to it?
Some news nuggets there for you. Some informative news nuggets right there straight from the Adams brothers. All the April babies out there. Happy birthday to you, our friend Rufus Cody. He's celebrating his 70th birthday today. So
happy birthday, Cody.
Rufus Cody of Cody's Lawn Service and Care. Cody's Lawn Care. Happy birthday to you. If you need your lawn cut, or need your hedges trimmed, or anything, Rufus Cody of Cody's Lawn Service, man. He's the man to get the job done. So look him up. If you need the number, hit us up. If you need a good lawn man, reliable, comes on time. Rufus Cody, right here from Deerfield Beach. Happy birthday to you. Happy 70th birthday. Also on Saturday.
I wanted to. Well, you can go on, but I wanted to say something before that.
No, I was just gonna say happy birthday to my granddaughter. That's all.
No, go on here. Finish.
My granddaughter Zaria, my oldest granddaughter, she's having a birthday on Saturday as well. So happy birthday
Zaria,
to my baby, my oldest baby.
You know we love you. Support you.
That's my oldest granddaughter, and my other grandson. I had a birthday last month. Is Avante. He turned 13. So happy birthday, Avante, and happy birthday, Zaria. And my birthday is coming up on the 21st. So I'm gonna drop my Cash App this year. I don't usually drop my Cash.
You did it about 2 years ago, didn't you? A year ago.
I did it a couple years ago for the first time, and I'm always giving people stuff for their birthday. And hey, I'm gonna just put it up. If you all give something, you all do. If you don't, I ain't worrying about it. I'm living. I'm healthy. That's all I care about. So that's JR.
Thank you, Joyce. The La Quinta is owned by Wyndham Hotels.
Who is that? JR.
Robinson.
Joyce Robinson. Okay, yes. Joyce. FYI.
We're gonna talk about all of that.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
If you want to call in, Joyce, you're welcome to call in. You're welcome to call in. When in about how many minutes there are? You figure?
Yeah, we'll tell them when to call.
Okay, we'll tell everyone.
Get these news nuggets out of the way, but go ahead.
Yeah, I also wanted to talk about an incident that had happened here 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, and it was the young kid that was riding. It was a bunch of them from the police narrative that was riding on a bicycle, and they were over at the Tri-Rail train station, and I'm trying to find the narrative that was sent to me.
Sent out by who? BSO?
By BSO, yes. Okay. And it was the young kid, and he was on a bicycle, and I don't know what they had done prior over by the train station. I know what BSO narrative said, but I just want to read to you what the Broward Sheriff Office said. It said deputies had been monitoring large crowds of juveniles riding bicycles recklessly and engaging in unlawful activity on their bikes throughout Hillsborough Boulevard in Deerfield Beach a little after 3 p.m. The group was conducting dangerous bicycle stunts, running red lights, and blocking intersections, which created significant traffic disruptions, interrupted or impeded the flow of traffic, and posed a danger to the cyclists and the public. A deputy's unmarked vehicle then made contact with one of the juvenile's bicycles as he was trying to maneuver around the other cyclists. According to the sheriff's office, the boy was detained, then taken to a nearby hospital as a precaution. He was later released with a juvenile civil citation. BSO said Monday's event is part of an ongoing organized pattern of reckless behavior by groups of juvenile bicyclists that encourages and rewards dangerous stunts and activities in traffic on busy South Florida roads, and that the agency has received several complaints about the cyclists, and that was put out by the Broward Sheriff Office. Now that all might be true about, I mean, we have seen them, the three-wheelers, the other cyclists, the other people, the bicyclists. I think the public was complaining, rightfully so, about the three-wheelers recklessly at times on the roadway. So a lot of the kids started riding the bicycles. But the narrative that I just read to you is not what my eyes show me on the video. The video showed, and I got the cop's name. I got his name. I'm not going to share his name, but I being a part of the media, I got his name right quickly. And, but what I saw with my own eyes with the deputy was not, it says here, he was trying to maneuver around the other cyclists. That's not what I saw. I saw, it looked like to me that the officer looks like he rammed the kid bicycle, and the kid bicycle like got caught under the wheel well. I think, for me, I think that was overhanded in what the sheriff office did. That officer did, not the sheriff office, that one particular officer who was masked up and undercover, riding in an undercover vehicle. I know what I saw. That kid could have been hurt. And I mean, even if they were doing stunts, yeah, that was wrong. But I don't think it took the actions that I saw that deputy did. Now, let me say this. You can love and support your public safety officers and still say they're wrong at the same time. I'm saying what I saw was wrong. I mean, you're not talking about a felon. He had committed a felon. I don't even know what he did to amount to the officer taking that action there. But I know what I saw. And I support our policemen, and I hope they're able to take criticism when they're wrong. And they were, and if you ask me, no, I'm no cop. I applied for Fort Lauderdale in the Broward Sheriff Office over 30 years ago. But I was way over 30 something years ago. But what I saw as being here, that wasn't the type of action that was needed on that kid. Yeah, those kids most likely, and I see them a lot, wheel standing. My grandson loves to wheel stand. I see a lot of them, but those actions was not warranted what I saw again. And I felt like someone, when Terry Scott got up and spoke about it at the meeting, last Tuesday meeting of last week, he got up and he spoke. Now, the whole dais up there was silent. No one said anything. I was hoping someone would at least say, ask Chief Adam Hopstein to at least take a look at it. If nothing else, to at least take a look at it. And maybe they did do that. So let me correct myself. Maybe they did do that behind the scenes. But I would have loved to have publicly saw our elected officials say something. Again, you can support our law enforcement, and then you can also say that when they're wrong, they're wrong. And BSO had already put out a statement. So if anybody talking about or say, well, let's wait on the facts. Well, BSO, what I read to you, BSO had put that out. And they had already talked to other numerous media outlets that were out in the area, and it was rage, and it was rage all over Facebook when they saw that video. And you know, again, our city has been quiet, and I just still say, as public officials, that when you see some wrong by the cops, I mean, just as well as we commend them when they do fine stuff, and we commend them all the time on here, okay? But you can also say when they're wrong, they're wrong. And what I saw that day, and this me talking, I don't speak for Daryl. This Wayne over here talking. If Daryl got his thoughts, he'll say it if he want. But I'm just saying what I saw was not right. And I know a lot of people called me. People from the clergy called me. And a lot of people was concerned about that. And a lot of other people was calling and saying, well, call the sheriff. Y'all know him. Well, the sheriff number is anyone can call down to the sheriff department. This is not a Wayne and Daryl thing. When the police does something, I'll do my part, and I had no problem. I have no problem coming on here saying that I was hoping that someone from the dais would have at least said to let's investigate this, and again, publicly. Maybe they said that privately, but it would have been good if they had said that publicly. I mean, you can still wait on all the facts, but you can still agree that whatever happened prior, because we always told whenever something happens, okay, and I'm going to say this, whenever something happens to black people, someone gets shot, everyone want to holler out, well, what happened before the video started? Well, we don't really know what happened. What the video happened before. I just know what I saw. I saw that kid bike get caught up under the wheel well of that officer's tire, and that kid had no helmet, could have fell, could have injured himself. And the city and the taxpayers here in Deerfield Beach and whatever Broward County, I don't know. So I don't know how the insurance thing worked, but I do know we would have probably been on the hook for millions of dollars right here in Broward County. And I just don't think, and I'm going to leave it alone, and I'm going to say it what I had to say. I just don't think whatever those kids riding and doing all that, you're talking kids and it's spring break. I just don't think that was warranted. And again, you had 5 elected officials up there on the dais and no one said anything. So, I mean, and that doesn't say anything about them, but I just expected that someone would say something, and that's all I have to say.
Gail McFadden said he was too rough with the kid. So a lot of people agree with that. JR said, I agree. That was very dangerous no matter what occurred prior to that. That was from Joyce, JR. Jelly Roll Brown said, he did what he had to do. So, hey, nobody's saying he didn't do what he had to do, but there could have been other ways that he could have done it. Okay.
Yeah, he didn't have to be heavy-handed with his vehicle, especially.
Yeah. The kid was on a bike. He wasn't on and they were kids. They're gonna do what kids do. Just think, well, Jelly Roll, let me ask you, how many times have you rode the bike down the middle of the road and did things when you were a kid? You did the same thing.
We all did.
We've all done the same thing. We'll standing in the middle of
the road,
throwing rock. We've all done stuff that we shouldn't have done. So those are kids.
Yep.
And kids are gonna do what kids do. They're not out robbing and stealing and knocking over a bank and knocking over a corner store. They're out riding bicycles. Yes, they could have been better ways they could have rode those bicycles. They could have went out to the park and did that, but kids do devilish things. Okay, that's just what they do. Kids are gonna be kids,
And the officer looked Hispanic and the kid looked Hispanic, and I just don't think that type of action was necessary. PSO does a great job the majority of the time, but that was just wrong. He could have, and you're right, Miss Lucas, he could have handled it differently. That's all I'm saying right now, and hopefully they're able to take criticism. I mean, it is what it is.
This can be a teachable moment for everybody, BSO and the kids, and the public. It could be a teachable moment.
Yeah.
Nobody's saying, some people agree with what they did. A lot of people don't agree. But what you're going to learn from it is the most important question. Well, what are you going to learn from it? I don't think, I think it could have been handled in a different way. I'm not a law enforcement officer. I didn't see what they did earlier prior to that, so I'm not I'm not taking up for them one way or the other.
No.
You know, some people just feel like, that it was a little bit too rough.
And it was outrage all over social
yeah.
media. I mean, from every city. I mean, if you would have went on there and read the comments, white, black, you had a lot of people that was pro-police. I mean, they're going to be pro-police regardless. They can watch the police shoot someone in the head right in front of them, and they'll still defend the police. And you got others who, when they see wrong, wrong is wrong. I mean, it doesn't matter if a person there holding a gun or something and the police shoot them, then they got every right in the world to say that was justified. I mean, if police tell you to drop a gun, you drop a gun. Don't even pull a gun out in front of them. No one. These kids, you look at them, they was 15, 16, 14, 15, 16, and the majority of them was white, what I saw. And they had GoPros on their head, so they were filming. They had some of the best camera action that they had, and I heard some of them. I know on social media when I reached out to them, they said they had retained an attorney. If nothing might not get done, but I wanted to talk to them, but I knew they were gonna lawyer up and they wasn't gonna want to talk. But I did. I got my connections and I was able to reach some of them, and they didn't want to talk, and that's understandable because I wanted to really talk to their parents first about them coming on. I just wasn't going to blanketly let them come on. I wanted to also talk to their parents first before they came on, but it didn't happen, and that's just one thing. So I'm gonna say my piece on that. If Daryl got anything else to add to it,
for the parents out there, you got to know where your kids are at as well. And when I know back in our day, when our parents told us not to leave the front of from in front of the house, and we left anyway.
We still left.
And went over to
when
the
they
beach.
went to work.
When they went to work, we did. We were hard headed, just like those kids. But you have to know where your kids are at. This is they have all kind of technology today, all kind of trackers.
GPS,
GPS.
It's totally different now.
Find my phone. You could track your son with his phone and everything. And these kids know that they know how to turn off all that stuff. But all I'm saying is you have to pay more attention to where your kids are at and what they're doing. These days, they have cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
So, on just about every light pole, just about every intersection, and a lot of cars have dash cams and everything. Everybody's recording these days. So just parents teach your kids better. They can do better.
They can.
There's a lot of the things they were doing they weren't supposed to be doing, like riding in the middle of Hillsboro and Dixie Highway, wheel standing. You're not supposed to do that. Come on, the cops supposed to,
of course,
get after you and make you run. Get out of the road
for your own
but
safety.
There's a proper way to do it. I don't think.
Right.
I don't know if it was intentional or not, but you don't run into a bicycle and with a kid on it and hit them. That's just my opinion, and I'm done.
And I remember years ago, I'm talking about this was probably in the 70s here. We used to ride on the beach, and I remember just going on the beach, and this is the truth. Whether anyone want to believe it, I have no reason to lie. With all our friends. And I remember us just riding down the beach, not on the sidewalk, in the road like everyone else. And I can remember Deerfield Beach police back then coming, telling us, because they seen about 6 black kids to leave the beach. And we didn't defy them because we knew we were over there without my mom's and parents' permission. And my grandmother certainly didn't know we were gone, but we were over there just riding. So we wasn't going to challenge them. I mean, we were only probably 14, 13, 14, 13, I would say at the most 13. And I can remember just plainly the police following us. I mean, we wasn't wheel standing or anything. And I can remember them just telling us, because we were black, to leave the beach. We didn't do anything. We didn't bother anyone. They told us, go back over there on your part of town. Just like that. I mean, plain and simple. That's what we were told. But that was in the 70s. That was around 1975. I can still remember exactly, but that don't go away. So when I see things like that, that brings back memory to me. And I know we wasn't doing anything. And I'm not saying those kids, because the police, I'm quite sure the police say they observe what they observed. So it is what it is. So we're gonna move on. We're gonna move on.
City of Pompano Beaches, they're gonna have another smooth sound soiree. They're gonna have another smooth sound soiree at Hunters Park on April the 19th. It's right before my birthday. They're gonna have a Hunters Park, 1801 Northwest 4th Street from 6 to 10. The same smooth sound soiree event you know and love, just with the fresh new look. A night of unforgettable music. Get ready to jazz up your Saturday night with a spectacular free live concert. Join us on Saturday, April 19th from 6 to 10 at Hunter Manor Park in Pompano for an unforgettable night of smooth sound and soiree. Delicious food vendors, fun for the whole family. Bring your blankets and your chairs and settle in for a night of music and community. Please note barbecue grills and on-site cooking are not permitted, so don't take your barbecue grills there. They're going to have live entertainment by Dwayne Terry, a beloved name in the R&B gospel. They're going to have a live DJ Lil Bear. DJ Lil Bear Johnson. And it's going to be hosted by our friend Rodney Baltimore from WHQT Hot 105 FM radio. Rodney Baltimore, our good friend. He's going to be the MC of that night. So if you're not doing anything on Saturday, April the 19th, go on down to Hunters Manor Park, 1801 Northwest 4th Street in Pompano. They have some really good things like that. And I have to keep coming back to Deerfield Beach, man. It's just, please, man, can we just have some of these things here? This is the second one Pompano has had in less than a month. 6 weeks. I would love to go out to my own city here and sit out in the park with my child, my family, and my grandkids, and let them go out there and buy stuff off of the food trucks and listen to some good R&B music and some jazz and some gospel music or whatever. And I don't have a long trip to get back home. So hopefully we can have some of that here in Deerfield Beach. I know we've been asking for it, but they've been trying, but we just need to get it going here. Please, ma'am, please, sir, whoever's out there watching from the city of Deerfield Beach, please let's get something like that going here in Deerfield Beach on a consistent basis. On Saturday,
it would be nice, Gail.
Yeah, it would be nice. So on Saturday, where is that? You just sent it to me. On Saturday, April the 12th, there's going to be a grand opening ceremony for our dad, Bernard Adams. They're going to be naming the Central City Complex. They changed the name to the Bernard Adams Municipal Complex. That's at 401 Southwest 4th Street in Deerfield Beach, right behind the teen center there. Not the teen center, but the what it named there. Right there behind the Jehovah's Witness building, right there by the graveyard. So come on out on Saturday, April the 12th. From 10 to 12. They're going to have some light breakfast.
10 o'clock a.m. We know we did previously say 9, but it starts at 10 a.m.
Yeah, there's going to be a ribbon cutting.
10 to 11 from what the city's website is saying now. So 10 a.m. in the morning to 11.
So that's what we have with that.
It's going to be actually behind west of the JM Auto Training Center. That's where the dedication is going to take place to the west, right directly west of that, behind that, in the actual parking lot area. That's where the dedication will be going on. From what I've been told, they're going to have a big tent set up out there for people, to go up on the because I'm quite sure it's going to be hot out there. I mean, I know
Yes, it is.
and it might be cool because we had last night got cool last night, early this morning, and they're expecting the
rain.
temperatures to stay cool up until Sunday. So we might get a little bit of relief that morning, but I'm quite sure the sun will be shining bright. So I would hope the public is welcome to come. I mean, everyone, I had a lot of people, co-workers, texting me today. A lot of people texting me, just telling me a lot of people said they couldn't make it. They're going other things, cruises and other things. Told me, just telling me that they wish they could be there. The public is invited to attend. I mean, come on out. That is something that is very monumental here. We have two buildings. We have two buildings right now named after Black men here in this city. So that is a achievement. We have another building on the corner of Dixie and Fifth named after the late legendary Commissioner Sylvia Portier. But I mean, again, you know, that is something monumental to have Black men and Black folks' name on buildings like that, city and county buildings. So everyone, come on out April 12th at 10 a.m. as they're always saying. Come on out, enjoy the festivities that's going to be out there that morning.
Yeah, it's going to be a good day. Like I said, it's my granddaughter's birthday as well. She's turning 14 years old. She's going to be going to high school next year. My grandbaby Zaria, granddaughter, she's not a baby. Zaria, can't wait to see my grandkids this week. And yeah, so
401 Southwest 4th Street, Jelly Road. That's between the Jehovah Church and the JM Auto Training Center, where right there on 4th Street, right there where that big tree used to be at back in the days, and everybody used to park there, change their oil, play horseshoes, and just congregate there under that big tree right across from the graveyard, which all of that now has been, that is the that complex there is named after our dad. It's going to be the Bernard Adams Municipal Complex. The whole complex is named after him, and they're going to be naming dedicating the building with his name on it over there. So if you're not doing anything, Jelly Roll, come on out. Come on out.
I see Jelly Roll say, hey, we need a new cemetery. You won't be getting that.
No,
Jelly
that's
Roll.
not coming.
The city of Deerfield Beach is
out of the cemetery business.
Out of the cemetery business, because once Memorial Cemetery is full, that's it. Everybody's gonna have to go out to Fairway Memorial out on Military Trail out there off of Military. That's where everybody's gonna go. The city of Deerfield won't be in the
made it clear.
They're gonna get out of that. So if you don't have if you want to be buried at Memorial Cemetery, you need to go over there and buy your plots.
They might be already bought up.
And people are buying them up. You know,
they say 5 to 7 years over there. That's gonna be full.
It's gonna be full. So, once it's full, that's it. They don't have the land to put a cemetery here. So that's done. Everybody's gonna have to, if you want to be buried here in Deerfield Beach,
gonna have to go to another city.
To go to Fairway Memorial, or you have to go to another city.
Or hopefully they build a mausoleum somewhere. I don't see that. I think you're just gonna have to, like Daryl said, you're gonna have to go out to what it's called, Fairway out. That's over by Crystal Lake, over on Sample Road near the IHOP over there. But the city of Deerfield made it clear years ago that they're getting out of the cemetery business. So that is just something. I don't think no one thinking about that right now, but that is something that I believe our community at some point is going to have to tackle. Not our community, but the whole city. Going to have to come up with something and be clear, because that was the other commission. Maybe this commission here has a change of mind. I doubt it. I just believe they're going to get out the cemetery business altogether, which you see a lot of cities are going that route now. So we're in a change in time, and that's it.
Did you read the information about the next Central City Corridor meeting?
Yes, I did. I read that earlier.
Yeah, that's coming
But the
up.
next one is the next meeting for the Central Corridor, which is Dixie Highway and all over by which includes everything over by Mayo Howard Park and everything here in the Central District from Dixie all the way over to 95. I think that reaches somewhere close. 95 is the ending point, but that's April 21st at the Johnny Tigner Community Center. So that will be the next meeting. And again, I would hope people would come out like they did in Pompano, come out and share your thoughts on, I mean, they have the rendition drawings out there. I mean, if they, from what I seen, it would look, they got what it would look like with this, that. So come on out and take a look. I mean, just come on out and be involved in what's going on in your community, and at least have some type of say so in what's going on.
And Wayne and I, we're working on quite a few things behind the scenes that a lot of people don't know about. And we all know and believe that Deerfield Beach needs mental health counselors. They need grief counselors, and we are currently working on stuff like that. Yeah, we're working on stuff to bring it here and have it available here in our community here. We don't want to get too far ahead of it right now. It's in the preliminary stages of play. We're planning it right now. We don't want to put too much information out there. Hello, Tony Get Sensational Sands, Diana McQueen, Iris Colbert, and Tara Porter. Hey, Jamar, how you doing there? So we're trying to get some mental health assistance here. We're trying to get some grief counselors here, because when people lose a loved one to gun violence or just
regular death,
just die from natural causes or whatever, people are grieving, and a lot of people don't know how to deal with that, and I see so many people, they don't know where to turn for help. They don't know where to turn for help, and they're looking around, and they need some professional help, and they don't know where to get it, and they can't afford to pay for it, out of their pockets. And so we're working on something.
Working with someone to
we're working
get
with
that
some
here,
other people, and we're gonna put it all together here. We're gonna we can get it all together and get the mental health counselor and the grief counselor and add in everything, the human trafficking, everything with Jamar Terra. Everything we could get here, we could, we have the place to do it out at the Tigner Center. So Jamar Terra said, I thought CSC Broward put those services in Deerfield Beach through the community-based connections. I'm not sure. We have to look into that.
I didn't know of anything myself. If it is, I know hopefully we can at least get something, Ms. Portier, at the Tigner Center that will be offered for the entire everyone in Deerfield Beach. Hopefully, because I know people. When someone commits suicide or a suicide happens here, then I think everyone goes to talking about mental health, and then I think after a few months, when that person is laid to rest, I think it all goes away. Everyone is outraged at first.
Doesn't go away.
But the heartbreak don't go away. But everyone is outraged when something like that happen, and nothing is etched in stone about it after, and we just all move on with our life. But hopefully we can get something here, whether Ms. Portier through community-based program services like you were saying earlier. If they are, hopefully we can get them here where everyone can know about it. Definitely, so everyone can know, and we can have them here for people that's, like Daryl said, that's dealing with grief or death or any kind, because we see that a lot. Actually, we had Miss Serica Peterson on our podcast, and she was saying that too about Pompano, that there was no place in Pompano. And I know some people might say, well, the city, that's not the city, but that doesn't mean that we can't have programs like that offered through that Johnny Tigner Community Center, whether it's faith-based or community-based. Yeah, I think we just need those services here. Please check for us,
I'll be
Ms.
checking
Portier.
into that tomorrow because those services are supposed to be available in Deerfield Beach.
And you're welcome to come on and talk about whatever you find out in the future. You know, you're always welcome to come on and talk about those things, whatever services you know about that's being offered. Thank you.
C. Broward tomorrow. Yes, please do, and let us know what you find out because we have some great people we're working with right now behind the scenes to put together some things like that here in Deerfield Beach.
Right.
We can team up with CSC,
everyone,
and all of these faith-based or community-based organizations. We would love to team up with them and may have these services available, these councils available for these people because
thank you. People
are hurting. You know, you see gun violence on TV all the time, and you know, people. I was watching TV this morning, and this guy down in Pembroke Park, I believe it was, he killed his wife.
I saw that.
He killed all of the kids, and he shot the little girl. But the little girl, out of all of her siblings, she was the only one that lived, and she had this cast on her leg, and she was walking, and she just looked so pitiful. And she saw her brothers and her sisters and her mom, you know, get murdered by the boyfriend. And my heart just broke in pieces when I see stuff like that, you know.
That wasn't the one at the food truck, was it?
No, that wasn't.
Okay, that was the totally different one.
That was at the apartment complex.
Okay,
this, and the grandmother, now it's just the grandmother and the granddaughter that survived the shooting, and she had a surgery, and she got a cast up to her thigh. And they have a GoFundMe of which I'm going to donate.
They're going to need some counseling, man.
That young
all
lady,
of
that young child is going to need some counseling to see her mom get executed and all her brothers and sisters. And then he killed himself. He checked out. Yeah. What a coward. What a wimp.
Yeah.
You're going to go and kill up some innocent kids and kill up the girlfriend because maybe she didn't want you, and then you're going to kill yourself. You are a wimp, bro. Why did you kill yourself? Why don't you be a man and go face the consequences? He checked out. But my heart broke for that. You know, I saw that little young lady, and I said to myself, I'm gonna go find that GoFundMe, and I'm gonna send a few dollars down there. And
even gonna need some,
she's gonna need counseling.
Oh yeah, she's gonna need
counseling for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
You know? So that was just crazy, man. You know, if you don't want, if the woman don't want you guys out there, man, leave them alone. Go. All these women out there.
I'm telling you, the women got us outnumbered.
Kill a wife. I mean, kill a girlfriend and kill all of the little innocent kids.
So many people hurt in that, man.
That's just hurtful to even. It breaks my heart to even think of that stuff. Man.
Yeah, Tony. We're gonna be looking forward to Tony Get Sensational's Mothers Against Gun Violence. Whenever that take place, we can't wait for that.
We're waiting on that.
We was there. Miss Tara Portier was there last year. All of us was there. Harold Pryor this year is going to be in Deerfield Beach.
Alexis Frazier from WPLG Channel 10 was there.
At the Tigner Center. It's going to be at the Tigner Center this year, and I would say everyone come out because to see the grief behind the parents, the mothers that's left behind is devastating, man. Just like I was just saying too, I saw the one on the news this morning where I think this might have been a guy he was stalking. Tony gonna let us know. Tony, if you have the actual date, Tony, for that, because I know he only just kind of gave. Yeah, he's looking at June, Ms. Portier. I know Tony will be announcing that, and he definitely will be coming on too to talk about that. But I know we always gonna support whatever you guys do, whatever you do and Tony do. We're gonna always, and others, whatever someone, because people love to say we play favorites to Tony and Jamar, and that's way. Whoever.
And they are favorites, by the way.
They did say that too. I want you to know that, Tara and Tony, that we had someone tell us that we play favorites to you all.
And we're gonna keep on playing favorites to
them. If they come and bring great information, we're gonna continue.
Nobody don't tell us what to do and what guests to bring on this podcast.
That's right. So But yeah,
People right here from Deerfield.
oh,
too.
that's for real, Tara. Yeah,
that's
true.
for real. Yeah.
That is true. Someone said
you
that
always-
it got in a very heated
Why you always got
You
them
know.
on your podcast because we
It's-
want to.
it's
How about
it's
that?
some crazy weird folks. That's all. I'll just leave it at that. But Tony, whenever you get up and going, you come on. And again, I mean, you look at Tara and Tony. They doing the work in the
They putting
community.
in the work. They
I
putting in
mean,
the work.
the person that said that they're not doing anything but being a Facebook thug.
And look
you
what she
know.
said. She said, "Well, there's enough work in the community for everybody. So tell them to get to work. Get to work.
Yeah, it's enough work out there for everyone.
But you gonna do something and to help bring this community, make the community better.
Yeah,
Then rather than complain about the guests we have on our podcast, and we're gonna keep on having those same guests on our podcast, no matter
Exactly.
what he or she has to say. Okay?
exactly.
Nobody tells us what guests to bring on our
Exactly.
podcast. If we want to bring Miss Portier and
Tony
on
20
here
times
7
on
days
here.
a week,
We gonna do it.
it's our business.
they
And if you don't like it, you
That's
ain't, you don't
right,
have to
don't
damn
watch.
watch it. Okay?
Exactly.
That's how we feel.
Exactly, and that's the
About
way
it.
I
And that's the
feel.
internet, you know.
Exactly, but they do the work here, and I'll say this, and I know people might talk about I'm lobbying for them, but Tara and Tony deserve to be honored here as hometown heroes.
Yeah.
I mean, they're out doing the work, bringing human trafficking and bringing, and just as
Bringing
soon as it's
awareness,
another
yeah.
bringing awareness. So why not? I mean,
Nobody is doing what Tony and Jamar Terra Portier is doing in this
but
community.
they out there just
Nobody.
running their mouth talking.
Nobody is doing that. It's unmatched. Okay, Tony worked with the kids. You know, he's training kids. He's working with the Packer Rattlers. And Tony is all over the place, man. Just doing everything, putting in the work in the community. And look at Jamar. I mean, teaching us and educating us about human trafficking, working down at the state's attorney, putting in the work. So
Yeah.
those people deserve to be acknowledged.
And
they
everyone
will be
else.
acknowledged on
That's
this
right.
podcast.
And
Don't
everyone
don't
else
care who
that,
don't
that
like
has
it.
something to offer here in Deerfield Beach or Pompano or for we're not just here for Deerfield. I tell people that all the time. We here for all the other cities. If they got news, come to us. If y'all got something in y'all other cities, come on here. We here for the community. We not just here for Deerfield. We here for all of Broward County, Palm Beach,
Well,
or
Wayne
whoever.
you squashed that real quick.
Yes,
though,
I
so
did.
that was-
I got the person, and they made me so upset, but it's all good. Like Darryl say, I don't even really want to think about that because it didn't go well that night. It didn't go well. I'll just leave it like that. And the person know who they are.
Yeah.
I'm quite sure they'll come back on and watch after
They
we
don't
finish.
watch. They don't. They
you
used to
know.
be. As soon as we come on, they were right there. But we had already noticed he or she had stopped coming on, and I was like, "Haven't seen this person come on in a while," and that's the reason why.
No one tells us who to come on our podcast. We're everybody doing something for the community. We always said, if you have a business here, we had Mr. With Michael Whalen with the Paradigm Theaters on last week. Everybody that watched this podcast know we have extended ourselves to this community, to everyone in Deerfield. We open it up. We were at least trying to get the black businesses, but for everyone who has a business, come here. You're welcome to come on our podcast, black, white, whoever you are. If you want to come on here and showcase your business, this is the place to come. We don't ask you for nothing. If you want to donate,
But if
It's
you
there.
do, the Cash App is right at the bottom of the
that's
screen,
right.
there.
but we here for
would gladly take your
the
donations.
community, and we don't have to boast and brag. We here, and that's that. I don't even want to think about that. Thank you, Joy.
You enjoy
Your
that?
brother James.
James Nichols. Look what James is doing
James
too.
is a phenomenal here.
He's
He's
living that retired life now.
that's right, and You know, I miss your dad, Nick. Mr.
Yeah.
Nick we knew Mr. Nick ever since
Real good guy.
ever since we were kids. We sat in the Legion Hall plenty of days and watched football games with
Used to drink
Mr.
a
Nick.
beer with him up there.
That's
at the
right.
American
He was
Legion up there.
very generous.
Yeah.
It's funny. Me and my brother was just talking about Mr. Nick the
Yeah.
other day. How we miss him from up there, sitting up there with us at the American Legion post. Him and a lot of other people like Mr. Al Nero, Mr. Ernest Thompson. A lot of those people. Miss Angie. Miss Angie Stewart, all those people gone. We used to just sit up there, watch the games. Elgin Jones, we all used to just sit up there and just have a merry good time. But yeah, thank you, Joy.
Clifford, yeah.
We hope to see good things out of James. He's out there doing in the community, doing the work. Hats off to him too.
Yeah, he's enjoying that retirement right now. He needs to travel some and then get back out. We know he'll be still involved in the community. James can't sit down just like we can. So I hope James is enjoying that retirement, and man, you deserve it, man.
That's right. That's right, Joy. The Legion Hall is where that, and hopefully it can come back to the prominence that it once was. I mean, I just hope the adult crowd comes back, and it was a nice place, and still is a nice place to go sit. If you want to have a beer, watch a game, and just socialize. It was always known for that, as when we were growing up as kids, and it's even when we got as adults. Daryl was DJing up there for about 30 years up there.
Up there for 30 years. So if you looking at my face out there, and you're like, well,
and my cousin Wayne Yorker.
You saw
Daryl
me
and Wayne
at
Yorker.
the American Legion Hall up there every weekend, every Friday, every Thursday. For line
dancing. Hopefully we can get that back.
Saturday and Sunday up there for over almost 30 years.
Yeah.
And so, I still go up there every now and then and drop in. And, American Legion Hall, Post 287 has always been, has a special place in my heart. They gave me my first DJing job, and I was up there like 24 years old up there DJing for my dad's friends, and they were our age right now. They were sitting in there, and they were looking at me like, "Oh, this little young buck gonna come in here and DJ for us? What kind of music? He can't play for us."
Yeah, they didn't think you could play for them.
Hitting them with all that Johnny Taylor and Marvin Cease.
Yeah. Oh, they loved it. They love you,
man. And CZ Hill, and man, they
fell in love, man, with you and Wayne. Yeah.
American Legion Post 287. Please, I know y'all working on it, but. You got to get it right, man. That's the only place left to go, and get the dominoes going back up there, and get the spade games, and the line dancing. Everybody want line dancing back in this community. One of my good friends, Miss Taffy Armstrong Etheridge.
Yep.
The best line dance instructor in South Florida.
That's right.
The best instructor. That's my home girl.
If they ever get the line dance back up there, y'all come up there. Y'all come back up there. If they ever get it back, man, that place used to be packed on Thursday nights with line dancing
on Thursday night.
Right.
Man. We had people coming from Miami and
everywhere,
Pembroke Pines and West Palm Beach down to Deerfield every week for line dancing. So. Me and Miss Taffy had that place jam packed. I mean, I got. And I think it
burned her out after a while.
Yeah, and then she came down.
Cancer.
She came
unfortunately,
down with cancer,
but she beat it.
But she's good now.
Yeah.
She beat it. She's good, and she's just been traveling the world now. And I get that, you know. So maybe hopefully Taffy will change her mind and come back up to the American Legion and start back the line dancing, because that was the best line dance class in Broward County. I don't care what nobody says. Anybody that's ever attended will tell you that. So
kept everyone in shape too. All the bus drivers of Broward and Palm Beach County was there. The school teachers, everyone, all the professional people was. That's right. Was there on Thursday nights back in the days there. Hopefully we can get that back.
Still got it now. I can still do it if I want to. So if we get Miss Taffy back on board, we're gonna show you where them fans at on Thursday night.
And you know what the funny thing is? I see people doing those fans. You know, Miss Taffy and Daryl and all of them was doing those fans back around 2010,
2009,
2010. I see everyone doing that now, but they were doing that up there. at the American Legion Post in 2009,
Yep.
2010.
With the fans.
With the fans.
Miss
Back
Daffy was
then.
the
Yes,
first
she
one to bring
was.
those fans up to the American
Yep.
Legion. And she was flapping those fans
Fans
back in
back
those
then.
days, man. And
Yep,
I was
she
looking
sure
at her
was.
like, what is she doing? You know? But
Yeah.
look at the song now. Where them fans at? Look at
Yeah.
it. It's taking off. It's a
A whole new phenomenon.
yeah,
now,
man. It's,
you
it's
know.
going crazy around the world right now. So Miss Taffy and I, we will take the credit for being the first ones around here with the
I know that was
with
the first
fans.
I saw. I'm just being
2009,
honest.
2010. Yeah, we were the first ones with the fans around here. So we're not going to sell ourselves short. And anybody that came to the American Legion Hall know exactly what we're talking about. We had those fans
Yeah.
back then.
And then you had Tasha Carroll in the Hollywood area, the lovely Tasha Carroll. She's on Facebook.
Yeah.
She was teaching the classes, which had a lot of
She was
celebrities.
teaching a lot of stepping.
Yeah, the
Chicago
stepping. Yeah, she was teaching the Chicago stepping style back around the Hollywood area. I believe it
She's from
was.
Miami, yeah,
Or the
she's
Miami
yeah.
area. I don't know if she still do it, but she's another phenomenal teacher in that area. If you wanted to learn the Chicago stepping and all of that, that was the Miss
Yeah.
Tasha Carroll is the one.
Tony
do
said,
it.
I've been trying to get her every time she come to our salon. Yeah. Taffy Calandra does her hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's my dog, my DAGG, Miss Taffy. She might be watching. She watch our
Yeah,
podcast.
she watch.
She
Yeah.
watch it on YouTube. So Miss Taffy Armstrong Etheridge out there, best line dance instructor in Broward County, in South Florida, man. That's my dog right there.
Yeah.
Love her like a sister. So again, hopefully we can get it going back up here again. If we do, you know we're gonna let you know right here on this podcast when we get it going again.
And y'all come on out on a Thursday night, and when they
man.
get it done, when they get it, I'm quite sure said they've been talking, but when they get it, y'all come on out and support them, because it's to sit there and watch it. It's like wow, to see everyone in rhythm.
You
It's
look
a really
forward
great
to going
thing
by
to
there on
see.
Thursday nights and seeing the whole parking lot
Yeah.
full.
Full.
And
Yeah.
around the corner sometimes, man, it was just
No trouble, no nothing. You didn't have to worry
no
about
trouble.
any safety or anything.
Well,
like
one time, remember that guy came in there, he was
yeah.
all drunk and high
Yeah,
on
that
drugs,
guy.
and
Yeah,
he came in there, man. He jumped on everybody.
yeah, he
in there that
did.
night,
He
man.
did.
But
he
he took a
did.
good ASS whooping that night. I can
Yeah.
tell you that much because
Yeah, that was a long time ago.
he came in.
And I
he was
heard
on
that
some
someone,
drugs, man.
I heard that he ended up getting killed. Someone killed him. I guess. I heard that someone
Sorry to hear
ended
that,
up killing him because he had mental health issues
Yeah,
too.
he
at
needed
that
some
time.
counseling.
And
He
he
needed
needed
some help.
some help. And I don't think
Came in there.
he was able to get the help that he needed.
Yeah.
But I had heard that. I don't know if someone killed him, but I heard that he apparently ended up dying shortly after. And we know, I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but growing up, we used to see him. He was always in the neighborhood with us at that time, growing up in the 70s and the 80s. So rest in peace to him. I can't think his name
I don't
for
know
nothing.
his name either, but
Yeah.
he definitely, it took him a while. I mean, he was so strung out on whatever he was on that night. He was like
Superman.
Superman and
Yeah.
Incredible Hulk mixed together, man. He was strong and slinging people all over the place, but he clearly was in crisis. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So,
yeah. He
that's
was
the only
clearly-
problem we ever had up
And
there.
the police came and took him to jail.
They cuffed him and took him
to jail. Unfortunately, he didn't get the help that he needed, and I heard I had heard shortly after that he ended up dying.
Yeah.
But it's one other thing we needed to talk about too, and that was the rally, the Hands Off rally that was led by Miss Joyce Robinson. And if anyone that came by 10th Street, actually the Hands Off rally was going all over the country. I mean, you had places like New York, Philly, California, where you had thousands and hundreds. I mean, it looked like at least 40, 50, 60,000 people out at some of those rallies across the United States. But it was one held on 10th Street and at the 6th Ave there on Saturday. And it was again led by Joyce Robinson, Miss Joyce Robinson. And I want to thank Miss Robinson because all her hard work that she did She put a lot of work in that, and it was a great showing. Not a lot of people from our community, but it was a lot of Caucasians that were
10
there.
black people there. I counted them on my hand.
Yeah, I saw
should have been way more black people out there than that.
Yeah,
we
exactly.
Complain the most, but we don't come out and support nothing. We want to complain, but won't come out to do anything positive. Okay, I don't say don't do anything, but we do a lot of complaining. Okay,
and I have a lot of wants and a lot of needs,
but don't want to put any
don't want to
action
put the work in. We got to put action behind our wants and our needs for our community. And I saw across I had heard that someone had said that told black people not to come because we did our job back in November. Yeah, we went to the polls and voted, but the work is never done. Even with Dr. King back in the 50s and the 60s and till he died in 68, the work was never done even after that. But I saw people on TV saying that black people don't put yourself in harm's way. We did our part in November. Let other people come out and do their part. I mean, I don't believe that. I feel like democracy was at work out there that day. We saw a lot of people out there that was they were legitimately protesting their discontent in what's going on in the country. And even today, you see Trump backed off of those tariffs, put a 90-day freeze, I believe it was. He put a 90-day freeze because he was going to eventually tank the economy. It was going that way, and I think he saw that and he started losing a lot of support. And I'm glad that he did at least put a 90-day moratorium or whatever, 90-day freeze or whatever you want to call it on that. I mean, if you look at the tariffs, they are not fair. Trump, they aren't fair, but it was better negotiation that could have took place that wouldn't have caused the stock market to go to tanking. It was better things he could have done. So I think Congress was starting to think. Well, thank you, Joyce. And anything else in the future?
Just let us know.
Let us know about anything. You're welcome. You're welcome to come on Facebook on video and do whatever you need. You're welcome.
Jamar Terrell said, I wanted to tell y'all that Dateline is doing a story on Sophia Reeder, bringing attention to her case. That's good.
Yes.
That's good.
Yes.
Yeah, I wanted you to please let us know. We'll be looking out for it.
We want to get her on the podcast, and I know we had talked on there. I know she just said to reach out to her, but I know it was also she was supposed to go speak in front of the commission too on her niece and the Fort Lauderdale Commission. I hope she got some clarity on that going when she, if she went. I don't know if she went yet. Hopefully she went and spoke before the Fort Lauderdale Commission on that. But definitely, I whatever we can do to keep the spotlight here at the Adams Brothers podcast on her niece case. We are here. I'm gonna put that down, and when I find out today, Ms. Porter, I'm gonna be right there viewing it. And if I don't view it, I always tape everything and go back and watch it. But we definitely have an interest in that case, and we definitely thank you, Ms. Porter, for bringing that out there and spotlighting that. And again, thanks, Joyce Robinson, for all your work that you did. You did great putting it on. I mean, if you go on our Adams Brothers podcast, you will get a perspective of a lot of the people that were out there, some of the signs. I took a lot of pictures out there. I got to pull the pictures off of there, and I'm going to put some more pictures from my camera. We got a lot of better equipment, so a lot of wireless mics now that when something like that do go down in the future, we'll be able to get better footage, and we'll be able. We just got a lot of great things here at the Adams Brothers Podcast, and I want everyone out there to remember we're here for the community. Joyce, Miss Portia, Tony, everyone, we always here. And if you all know of anyone that a story needs to be told on here or anything, contact us. Our email is our Cash App, and our email is on the ticker. Some of the people have our contact information. Our contact information, if anyone wants to reach us about coming on, is Adams Brothers Pod, ADAMS BROTHERS Pod, POD at gmail.com. So we here for the community, always will be. We're gonna continue to be here for the community. We're gonna continue to be here for Sophia Rita and her family, and if anyone else, we're gonna continue to be here for human trafficking. And I just wanted to say one thing, man. I saw on the news, very, very sad, and it's a case happened right here in Jacksonville, Florida. It was a 15-year-old kid was sentenced to 35 years. He committed murder.
I saw that video too.
He committed murder, and he was
Instagram.
sentenced to 35 years. I'm looking at it, looking for his name. His grandmother. I put the video. I'm not gonna put it up because I know I'm gonna put it up on TikTok, and I'm gonna put it up on our Adams Brothers TikTok, because TikTok usually don't take anything down. I'm not gonna put it up on Facebook because we might get a strike. But it was the kid was named DeAndre McCray, and he was sentenced to 35 years in prison for the murder of Ceratus Sermons on May 7, 2024. And the sentencing fell on McCray's 18th birthday. And because he was a juvenile at the time of his arrest, McCray will be able to appeal his sentence in 24 years. But just imagine, this kid is 15. Well, he's 18 now, but he's going to spend, at least in Florida, it's 85%. I don't know if that's going to, for him being when he was a juvenile, I don't know how that's going to apply. But he's gonna when he get out, he's probably gonna be about 48 to 50 years old, and that's so sad. And the video of his grandmother in there, she's telling him about the trust in God, and telling him about things
he should have listened
to his parents, and unfortunately, it's too late. But we see this way too often in our community, and we're gonna continue to see these type of cases here in the future, because I just know when I was 15 years old, I was working a part-time job. I was chasing young girls at my age at that time, and I was playing sports, Little League football at that time, and I was doing things. Murder was not on my mind, but I know times have changed. But I don't for young
carrying guns these days with switches.
For young DeAndre McCray, your friends, that all of those people that you thought were your friends, they're not gonna send you any letters. They're not gonna send you any commissary and in prison, and they're most likely talking about you today, right now, calling you all kind of fools and whatever. You're not gonna hear from them in your stay in prison. So it takes a village, like they say, to raise our community, a community of kids, our kids. And we at the Adams Brothers Podcast, we're going to continue to do our part to try to get to these kids through all means necessary to stop the pipeline to prison. We're going to try to stop that in whatever way we can do. But as I saw that, man, I was like just so disheartened. The kid is 18 now, but he committed the murder in 2021 or whenever he committed it, but he was sentenced to 35 years.
He's done now.
And he's done.
So
he's done here. But I want to thank everyone. And pretty much that concludes our broadcast, our pop-up podcast for April 9th, 2025. I I'd like to see everyone out there Saturday to my dad's dedication. It's open to the public. Yes, Derek, these people are desensitized. Video games, social media. Some people say rap music directly. Always say the rap music.
But I was surprised to see the kids riding the bicycles too.
Yeah,
because
we don't
kids
see that.
don't ride bicycles anymore.
Yeah.
You know, they
Yeah.
when the cop hit the little boy and knocked him off the bicycle. I was surprised to see that because you don't see kids
You're
riding
correct.
bicycles. They're up playing gaming till 3-4 o'clock in the morning before
Yeah.
they go to school.
Yeah,
you know?
you're correct, Daryl. I was surprised to see so many young people that were on their bicycles because I very rarely see young kids on bicycles. I see people our age, middle age people, and a little bit under, older, but I really don't see too many kids. I mean, I see them like on holidays. I will see some, but it's a good thing that the kids are getting back out, and I don't want to see that goodwill messed up. I just want to see the kids do the right thing and stay out of trouble. There's a lot of us here that can really talk to the kids, regardless of who you are. You see some kids out there doing wrong there, please, everyone in this chat, please talk to them because we need to stop the prison pipeline. We need to stop that. And again, like I say, anything else, that concludes our broadcast for the Adams Brothers podcast today. Continue to join us on all media platforms, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. Continue to watch us. I want to thank everyone again for joining us today. Want to see you again Saturday, like I say, April 12th at 10 o'clock a.m. at the dedication for our dad, Bernard Adams, Saturday, 10 o'clock. Everyone, please come out. The public is it's open to the public. Thank you.
All right. And there you have it. We are here for the community. That's how we give back to our community about what we do behind these microphones. Thank you, Jamar Terra and Tony Get Sensational.
Thank you, Derek. Thank you, everyone.
Keep on doing what you're doing
Miss
behind
Robinson,
in this community.
Joyce Robinson,
no matter
everyone.
what nobody has to say, people
That's
are
right.
no matter how much good you try and do in this world, in this community, people are always going to have something negative to say. So keep on doing what you've been doing, Tony. Don't worry about what
Joyce,
people say.
keep on doing what you're doing too. Don't let whoever didn't come out, don't let that discourage you. If not, we're gonna be out there together. If I have to go grab a sign myself, whatever, we'll be out there covering it.
Jamara Terra, keep on doing what you're doing, and we definitely are going to keep on doing what we're doing here. And guess what? Ain't nothing anybody can do about it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for rocking with the Adams Brothers podcast. We love you, and there's absolutely nothing you can do about it. We're going to keep on bringing you news and information that you can rely on. Thank you for watching. Good night, everybody.